Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to the yoga. We are going to get started today in a seated meditation. So whatever seated position works for you, maybe cross-legged. I'm cheating. I'm sitting up on like a little stool thing right now. Maybe you sit up on a pillow, whatever works for you. Just gently rest your hands on your thighs. Let your eyes close. And we're going to start today by just taking a couple of really full and deep breaths. So you're going to inhale through your nose. And then as you exhale, release it out the mouth. And don't be afraid to make noise. Inhale through the nose. And then as you exhale, release out the mouth. 2 more like that on your own. And then from here, you're going to gently bring that awareness into the sensations in your body. We're going to do a really brief body scan. So you're going to start with the attention at the top of the head. And all you're going to do as you scan down through your body is notice. What are the sensations going on there? What are the emotions being held there? Just notice it. Don't try to change it, manipulate it, whatever it is, it's fine. And then just shift the attention, continuing downwards. So starting at the top of the head, shifting the attention to the crown, into the eyes, then the bridge of the nose, down to the mouth, down to the chin, and then into the throat. From here, the attention goes into the chest and then spreads out to reach the shoulders. From here, bring that awareness slowly down your arms, the elbows into the forearms, into the wrists, and then the fingertips. And then the attention comes back up the back of the hand, the back of the arm, all the way up into the armpit. And then bring that attention back to the center of your chest, down the front of your chest, into your rib cage, and then into your belly. From here, that awareness travels into your hips. And then from here, down the front of your thighs, into your knees. Down the front of your shins, all the way into your ankles. And then down the front of your feet into your toes. And then from here, going to the soles of the feet up to the heels. And then the Achilles, that ankle. Sliding up through that calf muscle all the way into the back of the knee. And then up your hamstring, finding that awareness in the glutes. And then that attention comes back into the sacrum, into that low back and the hip. And then it slides slowly up your spine, all the way into the base of your neck, and slowly up the back of your head so that the awareness rests back on the top of the head. Now, if you got distracted, totally fine. If there were places that your attention held or grabbed onto, totally fine. From here, notice if you can soften a little bit more. So if you're gripping or holding tension in the hips, in the shoulders, in the belly, in the chest, in the jaw, see if you can just soften them, let them kind of melt into mush. And then from here, just a few more breaths, as full, as slow as you'd like. And when you're ready, you're going to gently, gently blink your eyes open. And from here, you're just going to start to crawl your fingertips out in front of you. So find a nice, gentle forward fold in this Sukhasana, in this cross-legged pose, if that's the position you're in. And then you're going to let your head release. Find that length in the back of your neck. Feel that tension maybe being created, maybe dissipating in the hips and the low back. What is that sensation like? And then as you inhale, gently, gently walk your fingertips up. You're going to take your hands behind you and just switch the crossing of your ankle. Opposite shin comes in front, sit up nice and tall. And then from here, gentle walk forward with the hands to release the chest down towards the neck. Let the top of the head release down, let the neck lengthen. Let the head be super heavy. Notice that sensation in your hips and your sacrum, through your spine. And then when you're ready, slowly walking yourself all the way back up to sit. And then from here, finding your way to your hands and your knees, however you'd like to get there. So knees are under shoulders, or knees are under hips, wrists are under shoulders. And then from here, you're going to tuck your toes, lift your hips all the way up and back, find a downward facing dog. So first start with just a normal down dog. So remember that your knees can always be soft here. Mine often are for most of the practice. Low belly reaches towards upper thigh, spread through the fingers, root down through the first knuckle of every finger and push the weight up and out of the arm. And then from here, I want you to find a cow spine. So you're going to start to bring your chest forward and stick your butt up even more. So chest comes forward so that you're stacking your shoulders more on top of the wrist, but stick your butt up in the air. So you're almost finding like this lifted cat spine or cow spine, that's what it's called. And then as you exhale, you're going to round through the upper back, push into the finger pads, and then find a cat spine. So it's like a down dog cat. You're pulling your belly button towards your spine. You're hunching your shoulders up towards this, or you're hunching the middle of your back up towards the sky. And then as you inhale, refine that cow. So the belly dips low, the butt lifts high, the shoulders start to stack over the wrist. Chest yearns forward through the gate of the arm. And then as you exhale, start to round through the upper back, pull the belly button towards the spine. Lift the hips a little bit, find that cat spine in your down dog. And then we'll find one more flow just like that, spreading the fingers, rooting down through all 10 fingers. From here, as you inhale, belly low, chest low, butt lift, stack the shoulders over the wrist, look up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, that hunch comes into the upper back, the rounding comes through the belly, and start to push a little up and back to find that cat spine in your down dog variation. And then from here, find a normal down dog. So heels sink down, and you find that in between space. It's not a cat, it's not a cow, it's more of a flat spine. By pushing up and out of those arms, knitting the ribs in just a little bit, and then spinning the low belly towards the upper thigh. Reach your heels down to the mat. Feel that stretch in the back of the legs. They don't have to be straight. And then from here, you're going to slowly sink your knees nice and wide. Find the child's pose. Knees come all the way down. Untuck the toes, big toes together, sit back on the heel. And then from here, as you inhale, we've done this before if you've been in class, it's weird. You're going to bend the elbows out to the side and start to bring your chest forward as your butt slides high. Keep your chest low to slide into a little baby cobra towards the front of the mat. It's okay if it's awkward getting there. Don't worry about it. Lifting through that upper back. I feel like this pose is so juicy, especially if it's the first time I'm doing it. So little tuck of the chin, engagement through the upper back, softness through the lower body. And then from here, as you push through your hands, lift those hips up and back and find your downward facing dog. You can always come through hands and knees if that helps. We're going to do that twice more. So sink the knees nice and wide, all the way mat distance apart. Big toes together, sit back on the heels. So if this part was goofy or awkward for you, just approach it with a little bit of humor. So from here, booty sticks up in the sky, elbows bend out to the side as you just inchworm your way forward. So sliding that chest, keeping it low, lifting your butt, and then sliding all the way into that little goofy baby cobra that will turn into something that's a little more comfortable once you get there. Lift through the upper body. And then as you exhale, press through the palms, lift through the hips, up and back, downward facing dog. Last round here, knees come nice and wide. Sit back on the heels, wide like a child's pose for one moment. And then from here, elbows bend out to the side, chest sticks low, booty comes up in the sky, Slide all the way forward to find your little baby cobra. Lift through the upper body, slide the shoulders away from the ear. And then from here, if you'd like to press a little higher, you can. So start to press through the palms, the fingertips, the first knuckles, maybe lift that chest, squeeze the shoulder blade. And then as you exhale, pull from your belly, find your downward facing dog, taking your time to get there. From here, you're gonna inhale and you're gonna reach your right leg high to the sky, up and back behind you. And then as you exhale, curl that right knee towards the right tricep, and you're gonna step that foot to the pinky side of that right hand. And then from here, inhale, tent your fingers out in front of you on the sticky mat, open the heart. And then as you exhale, push the weight into the right foot and step that left foot all the way to the pinky side of the left hand. So you're coming into a low squat. If your squat is all the way up here, totally fine. Whatever works for you. Dropping the tailbone, lifting through the heart, using the elbows to push open up the knees if that works. Good, gorgeous. As you exhale, hands come down to the mat, and then you're gonna lift the hips all the way up and back. Find a forward fold, but keep your feet nice and wide so they're mat distance apart. Let your head go completely. As you inhale, draw your hands to your shins right where they are. Lift through the heart, open through the back. Stick your booty up in the sky. And then as you exhale, fold all the way down over the legs. Let the hands go. Then from here, step all the way back. Find your downward facing dog. We're going to do that exact same thing other side. So as you inhale, draw that left leg high to the sky. As you exhale, hug the tricep, the knee in towards the left tricep. And then slowly step the foot to the pinky side of that left hand. From here, as you inhale, tent your fingers out in front of you on the sticky mat. Open the heart, look forward. And then from here, pushing into that left foot, float that right foot all the way to the pinky side of that right hand. Find your squat. Hands come palm to palm, push open through the knees, drop the tailbone. Doesn't matter how high your squat is. Totally fine wherever you are. And then as you exhale, fingertips come down, start to straighten through the knees. Release the head, parallel out the feet. Keep the feet mat distance apart. So don't bring them together. Let your head go completely. As you inhale, you're going to draw your hands high to your shins. Start to look out in front of you and then start to bend your knees. So stick your butt up, lift your heart even more. Knees are nice and soft. Good. And then as you exhale, start to release the knees and release all the way down over your legs. From here, keep that left hand planted down on the mat. As you inhale, take the right hand to the right hip, start to twist by pushing through that left hand and by twisting from the belly. Look up towards the sky. And then from here, maybe right arm reaches straight up towards the sky. See if you can use that bottom arm as leverage to push even more, grow even taller through those right fingertips. And then as you exhale, release the right hand all the way down where the left hand is. And then as you inhale, take that left hand to the left hip, start to twist from your belly, push down through that right hand. And then when you're ready, if you'd like, you can reach that left arm up. So again, using the traction of that bottom arm, push through the bottom arm, twist from the belly, reach the left fingertips high. And then as you exhale, release the left hand all the way down. Let your head go. Let your knees be soft. Head is super heavy and you're rolling up, so like a cat spine, one vertebrae at a time. To come all the way up to stand, finding your Tadasana at the top of the mat. These pants are so bright, it's so wild. Take your hands all down by your side, palms face forward. Close your eyes for a moment and just check in with the breath, with the body, with the mind. Doesn't matter where it is, see if you can just accept it as it is. And then as you inhale, draw the arms out, up, and all the way above. If it works for you, press your palms together and take a glance up towards the sky. As you exhale, open-hearted fold all the way down over your legs. Release the hands down, let your head be heavy. As you inhale, draw your hands to your shins, open your heart. Look out in front of you. From here, bend through the knees so the knees are nice and soft. Stick the butt up, lift through the heart. So you're feeling so much engagement in the upper back, adding lots of back bending in here, even if it's just subtle. As you exhale, release the torso all the way down over the legs, let the hands go. And then from here, as you inhale, step that right foot back, find a lunge. We're going to take warrior one in the sun salutations today. So you're going to take the back heel, slide it a little forward to where the toe is, and then slide the heel all the way down to the mat. The toes are pointing towards the top right corner of the mat. Heel is down, bend through the front knee and rise up, warrior one. So your hips are facing forward mostly, doesn't have to be perfect. You're pushing down through the outside edge of the back foot so you feel a nice stretch through the calf, and your chest is facing forward. From here, this is so important. Think if you can pull up through your low belly or your pelvis and drop your tailbone down. It's really big tendency to do this, right? See if you can lift that low belly and find more alignment there. As you exhale, take your hands down, frame that left foot. And then you're going to step all the way back, find a downward facing dog if you need to readjust your feet. As you inhale, glide forward, find your plank position, spread through the fingers, root down through all 10 knuckles. From here, you're going to dip the space between your shoulder blades down towards the mat. So try to let it just fall down. And you can look up here if you're confused. So you went from here to dropping the space in between the shoulder blades. And then you're going to push all the way up and overcompensate. So round through that upper back. So it's almost like cow and cat in a subtle variation. So drop the space in between your shoulder blades. And then push all the way up, find that big rounding. One more time. This is more tiring than you would think it would be. And then push all the way up, find that rounding. And now find that neutral space right in between. As you exhale, knees can come down or straight torso all the way to the belly. Hug your elbows in. Inhale, slide to the top of the feet, start to lift your chest. We've done already a few of these. So if you'd like, you can push up a little higher. Try to keep your pelvis rooted for now. Shoulders away from the ears, go tall through the top of the head. And then as you exhale, lift from the belly, find your downward facing dog. You can always come through hands and knees. As you inhale, right leg reaches high. Exhale to curl the knee in towards the nose, foot comes in between the hands. You can always help it get there. From here, we're going to take warrior one on the right side. So walking that back foot in a little bit, sliding the heel down, the toes point to the top left corner of the mat, bend through the right knee, rise up, find your warrior one. So notice, and everybody do this actually, stick your butt out, drop your belly, and then lift through your heart. So notice that sensation versus pulling up in the low belly and dropping your tailbone, then try that. Feel how much more stable this feels. So keep lifting up in the low belly, pushing down through the outside edge of that back foot. Chest is facing forward. And then as you exhale, frame that right foot. You're going to come to just your fingertips. Press the weight into the right foot, kick that left leg up, and then find an Uttanasana, find a forward fold. Release the head down. As you inhale, soften the knees, open the heart, rise all the way up, press the palms if that works. And then as you exhale, hands palm to palm. All right, same crazy little sequence, other side. Inhale, reach your arms out, up and above. Press the palms and look up. Exhale, fold all the way down over your legs. From here, as you inhale, draw your hands to your shins. Start to lift your heart and then bend the knees to press the shins into the hands. Stick your butt up towards the sky, lift through your chest. Shoulders pull away from the ears. And then as you exhale, release the torso all the way down over the legs. Inhale, you're stepping the left foot back this time so that the right foot's in front. Warrior one, so bringing that back heel in a couple of inches. Spiral the back heel down, toes point to the top left corner of the mat. Rise all the way up, warrior one on the right side. So once again, think, low belly pulls up. I have the tendency to do this. So think if you can pull that low belly up, how much better that alignment can get, how much better that can be for your low back. Bend through that front knee, feel that stretch through the back calf muscle. And then as you exhale, frame that right foot and step all the way back. Find your downward facing dog. As you inhale, glide forward, find your plank position, this super fun little challenge here. Inhale, let the space between your shoulder blades dip. Your hips can dip too. And then from here, as you exhale, push that space up in between the shoulder blades. You're puffing up, finding that round through your back. Inhale, dip that space down, dip the hips down, let it all go. Exhale, find that big dramatic round. One more time, inhale, dip that space, dip the hips, let it go. And then exhale, big dramatic rounding. Inhale, refine a neutral spine, and as you exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Untuck the toes. As you inhale, hands underneath shoulders, start to lift through your chest. So finding a little cobra or maybe a much bigger cobra here. Shoulders are away from the ears. Grow tall through the top of the head, little tuck of the chin in towards the chest. As you exhale, you're lifting from your belly and finding your downward facing dog. Take your time to get there. And then from here, inhale, draw that left leg high. Exhale, curl the knee in towards the nose. Foot comes in between the hands. It can always have help. From here, spiral that back heel down. Right toes pointing towards the top right corner of the mat. Bend through that left knee and rise all the way up. Finding that warrior one, chest is facing forward. Pulling that low belly up, noticing the tendency of the booty to stick out if that's happening to you. And then as you exhale, hands frame that front foot. You're gonna press down into the left foot to kick that right leg up and back, and then step into your Uttanasana, your forward fold, let your head go. From here, inhale, soften the knees, open the heart, rise all the way up to stand, press the palms. And as you exhale, hands come to palm in front of the heart. Glorious, we're gonna move on. Inhale, reach the arms out, up and the butt. Exhale, folding all the way down over the legs, letting your head go completely. From here, as you inhale, draw the hands high to the shins. You can soften the knees if that feels good. And then as you exhale, release all the way down. From here, as you inhale, step that left foot back, keep that right foot in front. Drop that back knee, untuck the toes. Probably my MVP pose. As you inhale, rise up for your Anjaneyasana. Pull that low belly up once again. Same thing as warrior one, which will bring that stretch into that left hip flexor. One glorious breath here. And then as you exhale, take that left hand down to the inside of the right foot. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. So remember the twist we did at the beginning of class? When you push down through that left hand, it allows you to twist even deeper from the belly. Spiral that chest even more open. And then as you exhale, you're gonna frame the ears once again. So reach that left arm up to meet the right, rise up, Anjane. And then from here, as you exhale, your fingertips come down out in front of your right foot. So if you need to tuck the back toes and lift the back knee at any time, you totally can. Otherwise, we're gonna try to push right into a standing split from this right foot. So pushing down through that right foot, dragging that left leg up and kicking it all the way up and back. Releasing the chest over that right leg, you drive up through that left heel. It does not have to look anything like a split. You can bend that bottom knee as much as you need. And eventually, if you'd like, you can start working towards grabbing that right ankle with your hands to find a little bit of its balance challenge. Breathing wherever you are. This is a challenging pose. And then when you're ready, soften through that right knee and rise all the way up, pulling that left knee into the belly. Lots of tension on that right leg. Yeah, gorgeous. Reach your arms all the way up towards the sky. As you exhale, you're gonna twist. Right arm comes forward, left arm reaches back. Twist open from the belly. Maybe your gaze shifts and looks over that left arm to challenge the balance. As you inhale, rise all the way back to center. And as you exhale, left arm forward, right arm back, twist from the belly. Good, and then inhale, come all the way back. Don't worry, we're almost there. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. One more time. You're gonna soften through this right knee and see if you can step all the way back to find a warrior two. So your arms will be in the correct position. You just have to realign your feet. But right leg forward, left leg is back, warrior two. Good, so from here, this is our theme of the day. Notice the belly. Are you sticking the butt out? This is such a common thing in warrior two. Can you lift from the low belly, tuck the pelvis underneath you and refine that alignment? So there's not that pressure in the low back here. Big breath here, inhale. Exhale, sink a little deeper. And then as you inhale, you're gonna start to straighten through that front knee. You're gonna reach your right fingertips forward, 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 and then down either to the right shin or to the pinky side of the right foot. Left arm can reach high, or if it's better on your hip, that's fine too. Head can look up towards the sky if that feels okay on your neck, or straight out in front of you. From here, as you exhale, you're gonna draw that left arm up and alongside the ear. So push down through the outside edge of the left foot, feel that length grow through the left side of the body. As you inhale, reach that left arm all the way back up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, redraw that left arm all the way up alongside the ear. One more time, just like that. Inhale, draw that arm up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, that arm draws all the way up and alongside the ear. Big stretch through the left side. And then from here, you're gonna start to bend through that right knee. So it doesn't matter where your hand is, you can keep it there. And then you can decide to shift, right? You can take the forearm to the thigh. You can take the hand to the inside of that right foot. And you can reach those left fingertips long. Notice where you're putting the hand and if it works for your body, right? If you try with the hand down and you feel like, nope, I don't have enough support, take the forearm to the thigh. So now something I want you to pay attention to, if you take a look over here, a lot of people, we dump into that bottom arm. So do you see on my shoulders hugging up towards my ears and we're just dumping down? Can you push down through the forearm and find a lift through the ribs so that there's space between my right ear and my right shoulder? My left arm is reaching long. There's lots of work going on in the legs here too. As you inhale, rise all the way back up. We're gonna find that triangle pose one more time, so straighten through that front knee. Reach your right fingertips forward and then either down to the shin or to the floor, left arm comes high. So now we're gonna come into half moon. I'm gonna just keep calling this Maggie's pose. I love it too, Mag. You're gonna take your left hand to your left hip. And then from here, you're gonna start to bend through the right knee. Right fingertips can reach out in front of the right foot and left foot can hop in. From here, eventually you wanna start working to balance on that right leg and drive up through the outside edge of that left leg. Stacking that left hip on top of the right and flexing through that left foot. And then maybe eventually the left arm reaches up towards the sky. So if you get really balanced here, which is quite the wild experience, you can start to try floating that bottom arm. You can start to try shifting your gaze all the way up towards the sky. Breathing, not forgetting to breathe here. And whenever you're ready, softening through that right knee and stepping all the way back, we find that triangle. Yeah, beautiful. As you exhale, you're rolling the hands down, framing the front foot, bend through the front knee, hop onto the ball of the back foot, sink that back knee down, untuck the toes, and rise up, find your arms now. Glorious breath here. As you exhale, hands come down, framing that front foot. You're gonna tuck through the back toes, lift the back knee, section that right knee in, and step all the way up and back. Find your downward facing dog. From here, you can always take a child's pose at any point. Maybe right now is a good time. If you'd like to take a vinyasa, inhale, roll through, find your plank position. Spread the shoulders, reach the heels back, top of the head reaches forward. And then as you exhale, lower either knees first or straight torso all the way down to the belly. Today we're working just with Cobra, so untucking the toes, starting to lift through the upper body as much as you'd like, trying to keep those hips low or all the way on the mat if you can. Shoulders reach away from the ears. And then as you exhale, belly first, find your downward facing dog. From here, softening the knees, looking in between the hands, and finding an Uttanasana. If you're in child's pose, stay there maybe 1 or 2 more breaths, and just meet up with us in this forward fold when you're ready. Your knees can always be soft, especially if you feel your chest is super lifted and there's not a lot of space in your hamstring. Don't be afraid to bend the knees and let that release your torso. And then everybody come to this Uttanasana. As you inhale, draw your hands to your shin. Open your heart, look out in front of you, flatten the spine. And then as you exhale, release all the way down. Inhale to step that right foot back so the left foot's in front. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes. As you inhale, rise up, find your Anjane, pull that low belly up. As you exhale, take that right hand down to the inside of that left foot, reach that left arm up towards the sky. So twisting by pushing through that bottom arm and twisting from the belly, opening the chest even more. And then when you're ready, inhaling to rise up through your Anjaneyasana. So right arm reaches up and alongside the ear once again. And then as you exhale, your fingertips come down out in front of the left foot. So remember, you can always tuck the back toes and lift the back knee to help give you some leverage. If you want to just try by pushing into that front leg, that's great too. So pushing into that front leg to slowly draw that right leg all the way up. Yeah, finding the standing split, even if it looks nothing like a split, releasing your chest down, let your head be heavy, drive up through that right heel. If you'd like, eventually working those hands to try grabbing onto that ankle and find some moments, working on that balance. And then when you're ready, soften through that left knee and rise all the way up to curl that right knee into the belly. So from here, right knee into the belly, reach your arms all the way up towards the sky. As you exhale, left arm forward, right arm back, take a big twist. And then as you inhale, refine center. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back, twist open. Inhale, refine center. As you exhale, left arm forward, right arm back. Soften through that front knee and slowly, slowly step that right foot all the way back to find a warrior two. Yeah, so from here, notice, is your butt sticking up? It's so common. Can you pull your low belly up, tuck your hips underneath you to find better alignment here, less pressure in the low back? Big breath here. Big exhale. As you inhale, straighten through that front knee, reach the fingertips forward, 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 and then either down to the shin or the pinky side of that left foot, spiraling the chest open, open, open here. Gaze is either looking straight out in front of you or up towards the right fingers if that works for you. As you exhale, you're going to reach that right arm up and alongside the ear. And then as you inhale, draw that right arm all the way back up towards the sky. Exhale, right arm reaches up and alongside the ear. And then inhale, right arm reaches up towards the sky. One more time. Exhale, reach that right arm up and alongside the ear. Big stretch through that whole right side. And then as you exhale, start to bend through the front knee and find your side angle variation. So maybe forearm on thigh, maybe hand down to the inside of the foot. So once again, if that forearm's on the thigh, or even if your hand's all the way down to the mat, notice what's happening. Are you dumping down into that arm? Do you notice your left shoulder really close to the ear? If so, can you push down through that left forearm, lift through the ribs and find space between that left shoulder and the left ear. Reach long through the right fingertips. Big breath here. And then as you inhale, we're going to rise all the way back up. Find your warrior two for a moment. Straighten through that front knee. One more triangle pose. Reach the left fingertips forward and down to the shin. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. And then from here, we're going to work into Maggie's pose. You're going to take your right hand to the right hip. Slowly soften through that left knee. Walk the left fingertips out in front of you. And you can hop that right foot in a couple of inches. It will help a lot. From here, you're going to start to press down through that left leg, drive up through the outside edge of that right hip. So the right hip stacking on top of your hip, your left hip, so your hips are opening. And then from here, if you'd like, right arm reaches up towards the sky. Flex through that right foot, drive up through the outside edge of that leg. If you'd like, you can work on floating that bottom arm, maybe taking the gaze up towards the sky. All of the super fun and really, really easy things, right? Then when you're ready, big exhale, refine your triangle pose. As you inhale, rise all the way back up. And as you exhale, cartwheel the hands down, train that front foot, pop onto the ball of the back foot. Get that right knee down, untuck the toes, glorious lift up for your Anjaneyasana. And then as you exhale, hands frame that front foot. Tuck through the back toes, lift through the back knee, suction that right knee, left knee into the belly and step all the way up and back. Find your downward facing dog. From here, we're gonna come back really briefly to what we did at the beginning of class. From your down dog, inhale, lift your right leg up and back towards the sky. As you exhale, bring that right knee towards that right tricep, shoulders over wrist. This does get easier. Puff up in between your shoulder blades. And then step that right foot to the pinky side of the right hand. Yeah, good. And then from here, walk your fingertips out in front of you. As you inhale, draw your heart open. And as you exhale, push down through that right foot, step that left foot all the way up to the pinky side of the left hand and drop the hips, find your squat. Remember, it can be upright. It does not have to be this low. Whatever works for your body. Hands palm to palm. Use your elbows to push open your knees. Draw your low belly up. Once again, drop your tailbone. And then as you exhale, fingertips find the mat. Start to straighten through the knees. Parallel out the feet and let the head go completely. We're going to take a little bit of a deeper twist now. So from this forward fold with wide legs, you're going to walk your hands over towards that right ankle. Left hip grabs around the right ankle. And then from here, right hand finds the hip. Start to twist from your belly. Twist the chest. You can use the leverage of the bottom arm into the hip, into the ankle to twist a little deeper. If you'd like, right arm reaches up towards the sky. And if you'd like, right arm wraps all the way around the back and tucks into the left hip crease. Breathing space here. And then as you inhale, if that right arm was wrapped, just reach it all the way back up. And now you're going to take that right hand and you're going to cross it over the left and bring that right hand to the outside of that left ankle. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. Maybe this works, maybe it doesn't. Whatever it is, let your head go. And then from here, keeping hold with that right hand on that left ankle, you're going to take that left hand to the left hip. Start to spiral the chest open towards the sky. Twist from your belly and maybe using the leverage of that hand into that ankle. And then if you'd like, left arm reaches up towards the sky if it feels all right. And whenever you're ready, if you'd like, wrap that arm all the way around the back, tuck it into the right hip crease. Twisting maybe a little deeper, using your breath to come a little bit deeper to find a little more space. And then if your hands wrapped, reaching that arm all the way back up. This time that left arm threads in front of the right arm and grabs all the way towards that right ankle. Let the head go. Find a couple of moments here in this forward fold. And then releasing the hand. Fingertips come down towards the mat. Turn the heels in and the toes out. From here, you're going to find a squat that's a little bit higher. So you're going to start to drop the sit bones, bend the knees, and lift the hands palm to palm at heart center. Yeah, good, gorgeous. It doesn't have to be super deep, whatever's working for you right now. And then from here, take the arms out to goal pose, and then reach them out to a T. Take that left arm, wrap it on top of the right arm, and give yourself a hug. Walk your fingertips back, back, back. Find some space between the shoulder blades. Notice if the shoulders are riding up towards the ears, and then press them down if that's happening. From here, you can stay right here, or you can take eagle arms, backs of the hands touch, or maybe palms touch. Reach those forearms away from you as you lift up through the elbows. Find all that juiciness in the shoulders as the legs get a little bit more tired. As you inhale, you're going to straighten all the way up through the legs. Keep the arms as they are, one extra breath. And then on your next exhale, sit back down. Unravel the arms, reach them out to a T. Good, we're taking the other arm on top. So right arm on top. Give yourself a nice big hug. Walk your fingertips back to back to back. And then from here, either backs of the hands can touch, palms can touch if you'd like, or stay just giving yourself that nice big hug. Excuse me. Then from here, forearms lift up and press away. Create more space in that upper back. As you inhale, straighten up through the knees. As you exhale, sit back low. Feel that space you're creating here. And then slowly, slowly reopen the arms. Take those hands all the way down by the side. Shake everything out. And then hands to hips, straighten through the legs. Parallel out the feet. Stick the booty out and fold all the way down. Over your legs. Let it all go. From here, you're going to step all the way back. Refine your downward facing dog. And I know you were wondering when we were going to do the left side, and now here it comes. As you inhale, reach that left leg high to the sky. As you exhale, curl the left knee towards the left tricep. See if you can hover for a moment.
puff up in between the shoulder blades. I know it's intense. And then step that left foot to the pinky side of that left hand. Right foot comes all the way down to the pinky side of the right hand. Last squat of the morning, maybe of the day. Drop your sit bones, take your hands palm to palm. From here, close your eyes. And see if you can bring your attention just to the place that you feel the most sensation. I'll give you a hint, it's probably in your head. Just bring your awareness there, watch your breath. And then from here, if you're low enough, you can just let yourself kind of fall back on your bum. Otherwise, you can come to seat a different way, whatever works for you. You're gonna take your chin so that they're parallel to the floor. So this is a modified boat pose here, Navasana. So from here, lift through that chest. Low belly reaches towards upper thigh. And then from here, you're gonna reach your left heel down, let it tap, and then bring the left heel up. Same thing with the right heel. So we're gonna inhale to lower, exhale to lift, inhale to lower, and exhale to lift. Yeah, one at a time. Good. We'll do 5 more each side, your breath. And then come back to center, holding here for 5. Noticing where you feel sensation for 4, 3, 2, and then cross the ankles and come back to that very position that we started in, that nice, easy pose, Sukhasana. From here, lift through the chest, reach the heart forward, shoulders reach back, and then see if you can start to fold forward. So you might come just a little bit or you might come a lot, but keep your chest open the whole time. So low belly reaches towards upper thighs rather than this rounding, right? So even if you come forward just a tiny bit, that's okay. Wherever you come, see if you can close your eyes. Bring that attention into your outer hips, into your sacrum. Let the torso release. Keep the heart yearning forward. Shoulders are soft away from the ears. And then as you inhale, come all the way back up. And you're just going to switch the crossing of the legs. Same thing, other side. Big difference from at the beginning of class is that you really want to actively leave your heart reaching forward, shoulders reaching back and away. And then as you exhale, start to fold. Chest still yearns forward, heart stays open. And then as you inhale, come all the way back up to sit. Take a moment just to breathe here. And then you're going to slowly take your soles of your feet together, knees drape open. So we're in Baddha Konasana. We're going to start seated and we'll come down to our backs in a moment. But grab onto your ankles, lift through your chest, bring the shoulders back and away. And you can even use your elbows to gently press the knees open. So then from here, heart is reaching forward just like we were doing before and start to fold. So you decide where the hands go that will work best for you for leverage or support or release. And then see if you can start to find a deeper fold here without, again, this rounding coming into the upper back. The low belly reaches forward. And you might not go down very far, and that's okay. And once you've gone as far as you can go with the heart open, just let your upper body completely release. Let your head be heavy, let the spine round, let everything go. Notice that stretch that comes into the back of the neck when you really let the head go. Notice the sensation that happens through your spine. And then on your next inhale, you're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Restack the shoulders, come all the way up to sit. So from here, keep the soles of the feet together. And we're going to come into the Supta Baddha Konasana, which is just a reclined bound angle. So same leg position, reach your arms forward, round down all the way through your back, and release all the way down to your spine. From here, we're going to take just a little bit of breathing. So soles of the feet together, knees straight open. We're staying here for a while. So if this hurts your low back at any point, you can bring your knees together, feet come wide, constructive rest. There's also the option to take blocks or books under your knees if you feel like you need support. From here, take one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. Pay attention to your breathing just by feeling the sensation of your hands rise and fall as you inhale and exhale. And then from here, we're going to take a couple of rounds of just practicing this deep yoga breath. So as you inhale, you want to let the breath start to fill your belly first. So you feel that hand on the belly rise. And then the breath rises into your rib cage and then into your chest. As you exhale, release the belly first, then the rib cage, and then the chest. So inhaling, hand on the belly rises, rib cage expands, and then chest starts to lift. As you exhale, release out from the belly, the rib cage, and the chest. So working through that on your own, inhaling belly, rib cage, and chest, and exhaling belly, rib cage, and chest. Three more breaths like this. Each time your mind wanders away, it's okay. Just bring it back to the breath, to the sensation of the hands on the body. Once you finish those three breaths, you can keep doing that and stay here if this feels good. At any point, you can stay wherever you are if it's working for you. If you'd like to come out, slowly bring your hands alongside your legs to the outside of the thighs, and then slowly draw your knees in towards each other. From here, taking a moment in that constructive rest position, so bringing the feet all the way mat distance apart, knees knock together. Notice what happens with the low back and the hips as you do so. And then from here, we're going to take a deep spinal twist. So you're going to plant that left foot and cross that right knee on top of the left, so the knees are stacked on top of each other. From here, you're going to have the option of also crossing in the ankle. This is going to make things a lot more intense, so you decide if you'd like to be there. Your hips shift up and over to the right first, and then the knees will fall over to the left. So from here, you want that right shoulder to stay down on the mat. Your gaze looks over the right shoulder, then you can close your eyes. From here, if it doesn't feel like enough of a twist, enough sensation in the low back, outer hip, all the way through the spine, you could cross through the ankles again. So it's a double wrap. It's like eagle legs, right? There's two options with eagle legs. This is the double wrap option, or there's the single wrap. From here, find your breath, find your attention to the sensation in your body. And on your next breath, draw your belly button towards your spine and slowly, slowly bring those knees all the way to center. Unraveling through the legs, planting the feet, shifting the hips to center for just a moment. Notice the sensation. And then you're going to take the hips up and over to the left, crossing that left knee on top of the right. And from here, the knees can start to fall over to the right-hand side. So notice, do you want a little more sensation? If so, you take that double wrap with the ankle. If that's a little too much, just come out of it. Just release that bottom leg. From here, left shoulder presses down, gaze over that left shoulder, and then eyes closed. Each time the mind wanders, bring the attention back to the breath, back to the sensation in the body. And then on the next breath, belly button in towards the spine, and then slowly bring those legs back to center. Unravel through the legs, shift the hips all the way back to alignment. Take the knees, you can windshield wiper them from side to side. And then whenever you're ready, just taking your legs out long, letting your feet flop open, arms come down by your sides. Find your Shavasana. Eyes closed, let everything sink in.
feeling free to stay here for as long as you'd like. There's no need to get up or move around or look at me when I talk. If you feel good here or feel like you need to stay here, then stay. If you're ready to come out, you can start to deepen your breathing, bringing movement to fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. And then when you're ready, bending your knees into your belly, giving them a hug. And rolling on over to one side. From here, pressing into the palms, let your head be heavy and come all the way up to sit. Closing the eyes or softening the gaze when you get there. So I just finished this online yoga anatomy course that I've been doing over the course of, I think, a year, really slowly. And I love the teacher who teaches it. His name is Jason Crandall, and he teaches out of California. And one of the things he said during one of the lessons yesterday is that it's laughable that we think hard and advanced are the same thing. And that resonated with me so much because when I first started practicing yoga, I was pretty quickly able to do the hard postures because I used to be a gymnast. So it was just like physically, that wasn't that difficult for me. And so I viewed my practice as being advanced. I was an advanced yogi right when I started. But the truth was that I had literally no idea how to find stillness, how to pay attention to the sensations in my body. I didn't really know what I was feeling, where I was feeling it, how to listen to it. Slowing down, scariest thing in the world for me. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, right? That's how we start, right? The challenge was that I viewed myself as being an advanced practitioner because I could do hard poses. And that was the issue versus just recognizing where I was in my practice and knowing, oh, wow, I am a beginner yogi. And really now, years later, I still am in so many ways. Because what is advanced in yoga is that ability to tap in, that ability to use our breath, that ability to focus on the subtle sensations we feel in our body and explore little nuances within them. The ability to find stillness and slowness, patience and ease. All of that is stuff that just takes a long time to cultivate. It's really hard. And so I think we can get wrapped up in doing hard poses or somebody being able to do a hard pose signifying them being advanced. And it doesn't mean anything really, just that practice, just that understanding, just that exploration, and just that challenging of ourselves. That's what will make us advance in time. So thank you all so much for sharing your practice with me this morning. Taking your hands palm to palm in front of the heart. The light in me honors the light that shines so brightly in each